Welcome to the Rocky Report, brought to you by First Interstate Bank, Montana Honda and Marine, the Montana Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW, Opportunity Bank, and your local Ford stores. And now from the campus of Rocky Mountain College, here's your host, Bruce Parker.
Well, it's a quiet Fortin Education Center on the campus of Rocky Mountain College in First Interstate Bank Court. I'm Bruce Parker. Welcome to the Rocky Report. We're going to have highlights of the Battlin' Bears games at home this past weekend against the University of Great Falls and Montana State University-Northern. We'll talk track and field with Mike McLean as they are back from a road trip to Montana State University in Bozeman. And we're going to have much, much more. Stay with us. Up next is the Rocky Report.
Plonk. It's a unique bar and restaurant in Bozeman. It was a big financial decision to find the right bank for our growing business. We decided on Opportunity Bank of Montana. They have great mobile banking, which is good, because we're always on the go. I already had a home mortgage with them, with great interest rates. We met with Bert, our new banker, our friend, and now we have a second restaurant in Missoula. It was a great opportunity.
I call him my shadow. Everywhere I go, he goes. Everything I do, he's got to do it too. He thinks I'm some kind of superhero, I guess. I never took it real seriously until I saw him pick up more than my camo gear. Then it hit me. I didn't want to pass down my tobacco addiction. I knew I had to quit. When I told him, he fell in line.
As a driven business owner, you want to pursue your dream, not worry about administrative chores, employee benefits, and HR. With Avitas Group, you don't have to. We'll provide the solutions you need. Everything from payroll and taxes to online marketing and IT. For each and every operational need, Avitas Group has an entire team of diverse, specialized professionals. Follow your dream. Leave the logistics to us.
Another call, Big Red.
Oh! Hi, Santa. I've been really good this year, which is why I want a Ford Fusion.
A car?
It's really cool looking and it practically parks itself. I've been really good too, Santa. So can I please get a Ford Escape? It has a lift gate that you can open with your foot, and I can store my stuff in the back. Can I put my bike in too? It's pink. Santa, put him back on the naughty list.
Now get 0% for 72 months, plus $1,500 bonus cash on Fusion. Or 0% for 72 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash on Escape. Plus no payments till March.
And Bruce Parker back with head men's coach Bill Dreikosen. And Bill, we're looking at your game on Thursday night against the University of Great Falls. A little bit shorthanded on your bench for this one, but I thought you guys fought pretty hard.
Yeah, I really felt like in the first half we did a lot of good things and had a lot of opportunities, but didn't really capitalize on them. I felt like we should have had a 10-point lead at halftime, and instead we were down by 10, Bruce.
And you came out early, and you did get that 10, 12-point lead. You really got off to a fast start. Yeah,
kids came out with a lot of energy and playing together and did some good things defensively. And then, like I said, didn't take advantages of things offensively late in the first half that we should have.
Now, this is a Great Falls team that also went up to Carroll on Saturday night and got a victory, so they picked up 2 road wins, but very athletic basketball team.
Yeah, Anthony, I remember when Anthony Owens played in the league, and he's doing a good job with their team, and they are very athletic, and they do a lot of good things.
And, you didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but defensively I thought you did a good job in that first half, and then I think they made everything they threw up.
Yeah, even in the second half, even one of our kids mentioned, hey, I fouled him on that 3, Coach, and they didn't call it. So, they were making a lot of shots in the second half, so give them credit for that.
So you lose the one on Thursday night to Great Falls, but you got a chance to come back, and your lineup was a little bit stronger on Saturday night against MSU-Northern. 2 teams 0-3. That was really unusual for this league.
Yeah, I know. We were both looking for a win, and both teams were playing hard. I thought it was a great defensive game by both teams, and I felt like our kids held in there and really did some nice things down the stretch in this game.
Now, did you look at it as kind of a do-or-die game so you didn't lose again at home and you needed to get that first win?
Well, I think you always got to hold home court, and, I think that we knew we got to go back on the road again next week, so we needed to step up in this game and really play with a mental and physical edge.
Had a pretty good crowd on hand, Bill, for this one. They all came out Saturday night to cheer you on, and you got a lead, and you kept the lead throughout most of the game.
Yeah, I thought that was really vital for us. We've gotten a lot of leads. I don't think there's been a game all year that we haven't led in, and so we've got leads, but like you said, how do you continue to keep it through the end of the game?
Up 7 at halftime, and if you look at these highlights, it looks like you shut them out and you never missed.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. I really like these highlights. I hope we can do more of that.
Well, in this basketball game, you knew they were going to make a couple runs. They got back within 3 or 4 a couple times, but you always made some big plays. Malachi Roberts, an outstanding game. Rob Neby just played a great floor game.
Yeah, I felt like both of those guys, and along with everybody. You know, Tyree was very patient also, didn't take a lot of shots, and finished well.
You're up. You got a pretty good lead with about 7.5 left. Were you feeling good ever in this game, or did you have to wait till the final horn went off?
Yeah, until there was about 10 seconds left. So I know with 4 minutes to go, there was a timeout, and I felt like they had one more run in them, and we had to stave that off.
There's the victory for the Battling Bears.
Upgrade. It means your day just got better. That's the idea behind First Rewards World MasterCard from First Interstate Bank. With every purchase, you earn points you can use to upgrade just about any aspect of your life. Even better, rewards come from your world, your neighbors, your favorite local businesses. It's the difference between dining out and dining out in style, your style. First Rewards World MasterCard from First Interstate Bank. Your style, your rewards.
Out here, 9 to 5 is actually 5 to 9. The dependable, ready-to-ride line of utility vehicles from Honda.
Montana Honda and Marine in Billings.
Built to work.
My little girl. Hard to believe she's driving. I taught her the rules. Seatbelt always, texting never. Everything that could save her life, like she saved mine. Years ago, I quit smoking. The day she took her first step, I took mine. It was rough, but I did it. Looking back, she'll never remember her dad smoking. I guess she's always been in the driver's seat. I'm just happy to be along for the ride.
I know people who do all their shopping at a warehouse store, but just because it's a great place to buy muffins doesn't mean it's the right place to buy tires. So I asked some friends. They said Tire-Rama. There's one right around the corner. Tire-Rama helped me decide on a set of Cooper tires that qualified for a $70 Visa rebate. I got an oil change and a free brake inspection at the same time. Cooper tires, a $70 rebate, an oil change, and a free brake inspection. They really are more than just a tire store.
And we're back and joined now by head men's basketball coach Bill Dreikosen, who got off the snide, picked up a victory Saturday night with an impressive win over Montana State University-Northern. And Bill, I know it's kind of the monkey off your back, but I thought you played real well.
Yeah, I was really happy with our sustained effort on the defensive end and a little bit more intelligent on the offensive end. You know, I mean, this team really wants to play fast, but I told them at the end of the game, you know, we only took 42 shots and we won a basketball game. We can win in different ways, and hopefully they're starting to realize that.
You know, I really did think it was defense. Rob Neby really led the way he took 2 or 3 or 4 charges, and you just had guys play very good defense against a good MSU Northern team.
Yeah, probably the most outstanding stat looking at is we fouled 13 times, Bruce. And Northern's a team that can really get to the foul line and they shoot a high percentage. And you know, they shoot a lot of threes, but they don't settle for threes. They penetrate to get threes, and I thought our kids did a real good job. But Rob was very instrumental last night in the game, and just his hustle plays in all facets and his defense on Corbin Pearson.
As we step back, we'll go to Thursday night. You played maybe one of the most athletic teams in the league, University of Great Falls, and they shot it well and they rebounded well, and it was a long night.
Yeah, I felt like in the first half we had a lot of opportunities. We had that early lead, and I felt like we had a lot of opportunities missed. You know, we had some wide open looks, some good things, and you know, sometimes kids, when you don't make layups or hit your wide open looks, they tend to let down a little bit. And we told our team, you got to keep pressing forward even in those times. And they did a lot better job on us in the second half, and they definitely deserve to win that game.
How do you bounce back? I mean, the Frontier is such a tough league, but you play on a Thursday night. Sometimes you could play a Friday, Saturday. You have one day to get ready for the next opponent. That's not easy, is it?
Yeah, no, it's not, but it's the same for everybody. You know, the other team's traveling and got to do all those same things against you. So you got to take it one game at a time, and this is only one click on the flywheel for the Bears right now, but it's good to get it started, and we're looking forward to continuing and working hard, and we know it's going to be a battle every night.
And another road trip coming up, a tough road trip, Montana Tech and Lewis Clark State. Two teams that played to an overtime game this past weekend, but these aren't easy either.
Yeah, you know, Montana Tech's 3-0 now, and LC's 2-2, and going to be definitely loving getting back home because LC's been on the road quite a bit. But you know, we got to take it one game at a time. But what great opportunities for our student athletes here to go out and play against the great competition in Montana Tech and an undefeated team in the Frontier to start with this next week.
Now I'm going to ask you next Sunday if you feel the same way after that bus trip back from Lewis to Idaho. That's not an easy trip, is it?
No, it's definitely not. And you know, we've done things in the preseason to prepare us for this. We had a great preseason schedule with really tough games, and I really think those kind of things help prepare us for these road trips like this.
Great, get on the road and get a couple wins.
Yeah, you always feel better. I mean, that trip won't feel that long at all if we're coming home with a W from LC.
Thanks, Bill. Good seeing you this week. Head coach Bill Dreikosen on the road to Montana Tech and Lewis Clark State. Stay with us. We're going to have more on the Rocky Report right after this.
Big Red.
Oh! Hi, Santa. I've been really good this year, which is why I want a Ford Fusion.
A car?
It's really cool looking and it practically parks itself. I've been really good too, Santa. So can I please get a Ford Escape? It has a liftgate that you can open with your foot, and I can store my stuff in the back. Can I put my bike in too? It's pink. Santa, put him back on the naughty list.
Now get 0% for 72 months, plus 1,500 bonus cash on Fusion, or 0% for 72 months, plus 1,000 bonus cash on Escape, plus no payments till March.
Out here, 9 to 5 is actually 5 to 9. The dependable, ready-to-ride line of utility vehicles from Honda.
Montana Honda and Marine in Billings.
Built to work.
Plonk. It's a unique bar and restaurant in Bozeman. It was a big financial decision to find the right bank for our growing business. We decided on Opportunity Bank of Montana. They have great mobile banking, which is good, because we're always on the go. I already had a home mortgage with them, with great interest rates. We met with Bert, our new banker, our friend, and now we have a second restaurant in Missoula. It was a great opportunity.
Planning a stay in Billings? See what the newly renovated Billings Hotel and Convention Center can do for you. With its state-of-the-art sound system, the Billings Hotel and Convention Center is the best place in Billings to host your next meeting or conference. Ease your cares from traveling in the newly renovated rooms, or relax in the hot tub while the kids enjoy both of the indoor water slides. And if you want to really enjoy the big game, experience the renovated Sports Lounge, complete with giant flat screens for your viewing pleasure. Locally owned and operated, the Billings Hotel and Convention Center is your best bet on your next stay in Billings.
Joined now by Wes Keller to talk about last week's action. And Wes, a team right out of the national rankings, Great Falls, and they have two outstanding players.
Yeah, Great Falls is a very quality team. They have a lot of offensive firepower. At any given point in the game, they got 3, sometimes 4 people out there that are definitely can score the basketball.
Yeah, Huertas Vining had a nice game, but Aaron Legal had a big first half.
Yeah, Legal scored 20 points in the first half, and we went into halftime and made some adjustments defensively and held her to 6 in the second half. And 4 of those 6 were late in the game at crucial times when she went and made some plays.
And you were down 21 points in that first half. You got to be proud of the fact you came back and took a 1-point lead in the second.
Yeah, I was proud of our girls not quitting, continued to battle, and gave ourselves an opportunity, with 5 or 6 minutes left in the ball game to have a chance to be in it and possibly win the game.
Here you just scored 3 baskets inside, so you did take the ball to the hoop.
Yeah, we got a lot of easy baskets that night against Great Falls. And we left several, I call them bunnies, layups, whatever you want to call them, but several of those at crucial points in the game that, really could have helped push us on to victory.
You lose the basketball game by 8 to Great Falls, 76-68. Then it's MSU-Northern, a team that comes in 18-1 and ranked in the top 10.
No, Northern, they're a quality basketball team. There's a reason they're 18-1, and in statistical categories, they're ranked number 1 and number 2 in the nation in defensive field goal percentage and points allowed per game, and they're just a very, very good basketball team.
Asia Edwards inside 6'5", and a very active post player who could score.
Yeah, Asia does a great job. She not only protects the rim, but she's hard to double because when she does get a catch, she keeps it high and.
You were right in the game most of the way. They never blew you out, never got too big of a lead, but it seemed like you were always just couldn't quite get over the hump, get it under 10.
Yeah, in the second half we cut it to 9. I believe it was 39-30. We had called a quick timeout there, and I believe we got a stop. Jade Lefevre just previously hit a 3 to pull us within 9, and we drew up a little play, and she got a wide open 3 that rattled in and out, and if she could have hit that, who knows what could have happened.
Yep.
But
pretty good job from the free throw line. You made some big free throws, and there you get on that offensive glass and get a putback.
Yep, I think we were 15 of 21, 70-some%. Obviously, you'd like to be 21 for 21.
3 student athletes are honored this week as in the sports of men's and women's basketball and women's indoor track and field. All those sports are represented on the track. Junior Mariah Gondero placed in 2 events at the Bobcat Open Indoor Track and Field meet in Bozeman. The junior standout from Rainsford placed 3rd in the 3,000 meters and 8th in the mile at the MSU meet against Division I competition. And on the courts, junior Whitney Mitchell, a 5'7" guard from West Valley, Utah, earned the honor for the 2nd straight week. Mitchell had 20 points each night in tough Frontier Conference home losses to Great Falls and MSU-Northern. And for the men, it's junior Rob Neby out of Plentywood, and he took 3 charges in the victory that helped Rocky's men pick up their first league win over MSU-Northern on Saturday night. The 6'5" junior forward scored 5 points, grabbed 10 rebounds in the 8-point win over the Lights.
Another call, Big Red.
Oh! Hi, Santa. I've been really good this year, which is why I want a Ford Fusion.
A car?
It's really cool looking and it practically parks itself. I've been really good too, Santa. So can I please get a Ford Escape? It has a liftgate that you can open with your foot, and I can throw my stuff in the back. Can I put my bike in too? It's pink. Santa, put him back on the naughty list.
Now get 0% for 72 months, plus 1,500 bonus cash on Fusion, or 0% for 72 months, plus 1,000 bonus cash on Escape, plus no payments till March.
Montanans have their own definition of what's important in life. Success takes discipline and perseverance. Dedication is more than just putting in your time. And trust is the foundation of long-standing relationships. In Montana, strength means something more. Stockman Bank was born from these principles. They've been the guiding source of our strength since day one. Stockman Bank, Montana banking, pure and simple.
In the 1950s, people thought cigarettes were harmless. Today, it's e-cigarettes. Vaping is highly addictive. Plus, there's diethylene glycol used in antifreeze. Lead, formaldehyde, acetone, carcinogens, and toxic chemicals in the vapor. E-cigarettes are not regulated. Corporate tobacco hasn't changed their game, just their technology. If you want to quit, call the Quit line for free help and FDA-approved medications.
It's time to relax. The water's hot and steamy, but don't stay in too long, or you'll look like a giant raisin. At least there'll be no wrinkles on your forehead because you won't be worrying about energy bills. Your water heater keeps those bills low month after month, bath after bath. So go ahead, soak away. A super efficient water heater, just one of hundreds of details that make Northwest Energy Star homes better.
And women's basketball coach Wes Keller joins us now to talk about last week and this week, and none of it's easy. And Wes, you played a couple outstanding teams this past week in Great Falls and MSU-Northern, and I thought you played well.
No, we competed and played hard. The first night against Great Falls, they're a very good basketball team. They're a basketball team that can really score the basketball, and they got us down early. We dug ourselves a hole, and give our girls credit. We fought back. And with 5 or 6 minutes left in the game, we had a 1-point lead. And basketball is a game of putting the ball through the hoop. And we missed a few late, and they had a few girls step up and make plays, and we didn't.
Yeah, you're down 21 in the first half, and then in the second half, I looked up at the scoreboard. You're up 1, and that has to be gratifying with a young basketball team to see them come back like that.
No, it is. I mean, this group has I won't allow them to quit, and they don't quit, and they just keep, competing, playing hard, and our goal, our league's so tough. Our goal is to give ourselves a chance to be in the game with 5 minutes to go.
This week, and I'll say this every week, it's not easy. You go on the road. This is a tough road trip to Tech on Thursday, and then to Lewis Clark State on Saturday. The tough part is the bus trip, and you're going to be in the bus a lot. Is this a real impossible road trip?
No, I mean, Tech, going into there on Thursday, Tech's still searching for their first conference win. We got to do a great job. Our coaching staff and our players get prepared for them on Thursday, and going and giving a great shot at them, and then, see what happens, and then get prepared for a short turnaround on Saturday against Lewis and Clark State, who's, 12th or 13th in the country. So
it's a battle of the new coaches on Thursday night up at the Hyper Complex. You and Carly Van Dyke.
Carly Van Dyke, she's doing a good job with her team this year. They play hard, and they're big and physical. So we'll have our work cut out for us.
And then Thursday night, or for Saturday night, after a bus trip to Lewiston, Idaho, you get back on the road and have to play Lewis Clark State. I would say it'd be safe to call them a perennial power in the Frontier.
Oh, absolutely. Coach Orr, they're good every single year. He's really found his niche in the kind of student athlete that he recruits. He gets long, athletic girls that play hard and compete, and they're a very good basketball team.
What's the goal to win on the road in this league? What's difficult about it?
Well, I think every night, you're going up against quality coaches, quality teams, and if you can ever get a split on the road, you're doing well.
Well, good luck. Get a couple. Or don't come home. Now, we'll let you come home. Head coach Wes Keller, we'll have him next week to talk about that tough road trip. Stay with us, more on the Rocky Report.
Plonk. It's a unique bar and restaurant in Bozeman. It was a big financial decision to find the right bank for our growing business. We decided on Opportunity Bank of Montana. They have great mobile banking, which is good, because we're always on the go. I already had a home mortgage with them with great interest rates. We met with Bert, our new banker, our friend, and now we have a second restaurant in Missoula. It was a great opportunity.
If I'm going to give up nicotine, I need to give up nicotine. I brought it up to my doctor, and that's where we got into a conversation, and he said, well, the Quit Line has done some good work with other patients of mine, and I think they can help you, and they've got Chantix, and he talked about the drug. It was so wonderful. I didn't obsess about the fact that I was not smoking and I wanted to. That was one of the most helpful things. What I've experienced is a change in how I see myself, and I do not see myself as a smoker anymore.
I know people who do all their shopping at a warehouse store, but just because it's a great place to buy muffins doesn't mean it's the right place to buy tires. So I asked some friends. They said Tire-Rama. There's one right around the corner. Tire-Rama helped me decide on a set of Cooper tires that qualified for a $70 Visa rebate. I got an oil change and a free brake inspection at the same time. Cooper tires, a $70 rebate, an oil change, and a free brake inspection. They really are more than just a tire store.
Planning a stay in Billings? See what the newly renovated Billings Hotel and Convention Center can do for you. With its state-of-the-art sound system, the Billings Hotel and Convention Center is the best place in Billings to host your next meeting or conference. Ease your cares from traveling in the newly renovated rooms, or relax in the hot tub while the kids enjoy both of the indoor water slides. And if you want to really enjoy the big game, experience the renovated Sports Lounge, complete with giant flat screens for your viewing pleasure. Locally owned and operated, the Billings Hotel and Convention Center is your best bet on your next stay in Billings.
That wraps things up for this week's Rocky Report. Thanks to Wes Keller, Bill Dreikosen, and Mike McLean, coaches who have joined us from the Rocky Mountain College staff. And thanks to you for joining us this week. We hope you enjoyed the highlights and the interviews. We'll be back next week here from the Fortin Education Center. The Battling Bears on the road for Montana Tech and the Lewis Clark State Warriors in Lewiston, Idaho. I'm Bruce Parker. We'll see you next week right here with the Rocky Report.